Hey guys, welcome to Y&R Daily Update YouTube channel. Today's topics. Y&R star Michelle Stafford's Black Friday behind the scenes with her kids has fans talking. Black Friday is usually synonymous with chaos. Long lines snaking around department stores, shopping carts colliding in aisle 16, and the collective determination of millions of bargain-hungry shoppers braving the cold for the best deal of the year. But for the young and the restless superstar Michelle Stafford, the day after Thanksgiving unfolded with a completely different energy. Not the frantic rush of doorbusters, not the blaring store speakers looping holiday jingles, but a surprisingly intimate and downright charming behind-the-scenes look at her life as a mom, one that fans can't stop buzzing about. It began with a simple post. Nothing polished, nothing staged, no professional lighting, no glam squad, no red carpet in sight, just Michelle, her kids, Jameson and Natalia, and the delightful, sometimes chaotic, always authentic glimpse into how one of daytime television's most iconic actresses spends her Black Friday. This wasn't Phyllis Summers reigning over Genoa City with fiery intensity or plotting her next bold move against Diane Jenkins. This was Michelle in her most candid form, snack hunting, laughter-filled, pajama-wearing, realness. And perhaps that's exactly why fans reacted the way they did. Because in a world where celebrities often curate perfection, Michelle Stafford offered something refreshingly human. The video clips and photos showed everything, from the kids debating leftover pie etiquette to a hilarious moment involving a missing sock and a mystery cat. Michelle narrated like she was speaking to longtime friends, pulling fans into the moment with her signature wit. Black Friday, but make it our kind of Black Friday, she joked as her son attempted to build a makeshift fort out of couch cushions. Forget the sales, we're surviving on pumpkin pie and coffee. Within minutes, fans flooded her comment section with praise. This is what real motherhood looks like. Michelle, you seriously need your own mom vlog. This is better than any Black Friday deal? But what truly sent the fandom spiraling wasn't just seeing Michelle as a mom, it was how fully the behind-the-scenes moments contrasted with her fiery Y&R alter ego. Phyllis Summers might plot, manipulate, and stir up Genoa City's conflicts, but Michelle Stafford, she's just trying to keep her kids from eating pie for breakfast, and that difference, that's what makes viewers adore her even more. Her willingness to share an unfiltered, cozy slice of her life brought together Y&R fans, longtime supporters of her skincare line, and even viewers who admitted they'd never cared about Black Friday until now. By the end of the day, the post wasn't just a cute update, it became a conversation about motherhood, celebrity authenticity, and how Michelle Stafford remains one of the most relatable stars working in daytime television. But this was only the beginning, because as more fans dissected the behind-the-scenes content, conversations began forming around topics far larger than holiday leftovers. Some fans saw hints of her comedic timing calling for a sitcom. Others noticed how grown her kids had gotten, sparking nostalgia for Michelle's early Y&R days. A few even speculated that this version of Michelle might someday influence a softer side of Phyllis. And then there were the fans who connected the dots between her family-focused Black Friday content and her character's ongoing Y&R storyline, one filled with tension, rivalry, and emotional upheaval. Could Michelle's real-life joy hint at something lighter coming for Phyllis? Or was this simply a reminder that the actress behind the drama doesn't take herself half as seriously as her character does? Either way, fans weren't just talking, they were obsessing. Michelle Stafford, the woman behind Phyllis Michelle Stafford, has always occupied a fascinating space in daytime television. Fiery, outspoken, fearless, and instantly iconic. As Phyllis Summers, she became known for everything from shocking returns from the dead, to courtroom breakdowns, to passion-filled confrontations with Victor, Nick, Jack, and even her own children. But the Michelle fans saw on Black Friday was the exact opposite. Warm, cuddly, natural, and unfiltered. It reminded fans of her early interviews where she often spoke about the sacredness of balancing a hypersure acting career with motherhood. Not many soap stars openly discuss the invisible emotional labor that comes with juggling 12-hour set days, memorizing pages of dialogue, and ensuring homework gets done before bed. Michelle has always been one of the rare few to address it directly. Her Black Friday behind-the-scenes content felt like an extension of that honesty. What stood out most was how comfortable her kids appeared on camera. They weren't playing a part, they weren't performing for likes, they were simply being children. Giggles, messes, spontaneous wrestling matches, silly jokes all woven into Michelle's playful commentary. This is the Michelle Stafford fans adore. The mom who proudly shows off her kids' GOOFINS. The woman who knows how to step out of Phyllis for inch heels. The actress who is unapologetically herself. While some celebrities project an unreachable lifestyle, Michelle's relatability has always been part of her charm. Fans remember how, during her early days on Y&R in the 90s, she quickly became known for being both incredibly skilled and refreshingly down-to-earth behind the scenes. Castmates described her as the kind of person who could shoot a deeply emotional scene then burst into laughter 10 seconds later. Her Black Friday post echoed that same energy. Whether she was teasing her kids or joking about the war zone of holiday leftovers, she demonstrated that she can find humor in the everyday chaos of life. And yet, underneath the humor, fans detected something deeper, a grounded contentment that seems to have grown over the years. Michelle has openly spoken about her journey to motherhood, including challenges, triumphs, and the gratitude she feels toward her children. For many fans, seeing her in this joyful, silly environment was a heartwarming reminder of how far she's come, both personally and professionally. But beyond the sentimentality, viewers couldn't help drawing parallels between Michelle and Phyllis. What would Black Friday look like for Phyllis Summers? Would she weaponize coupons? Scheme in line at Target? Attempt to outbid Diane for the last tablet on sale? Fans joked endlessly in the comments, imagining Phyllis turning Black Friday into a battlefield. Michelle's real-life approach, pajama-clad laughing with her kids, snacking instead of shopping, felt like the perfect counterbalance. And the contrast was precisely what ignited conversation. Across social media, if Michelle can be this silly and sweet in real life, why is Phyllis constantly in crisis? The answer, of course, lies in acting, but it also reinforces why fans were so captivated by the Black Friday content. They weren't just watching a celebrity be a parent, they were watching the human version of a character known for extreme dramatics, and they loved every second of it. The post that sparked a fan frenzy. The response to Michelle's Black Friday behind the scenes wasn't simply positive, it was explosive. Within hours, discussion threads on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook fan groups, and Y&R forums were buzzing with commentary. Here were the fan reactions that dominated the conversation. 1. She is the most real celebrity mom out there. Many fans appreciated the lack of filters, the unglamorousness, and the simple slice-of-life storytelling. Michelle didn't try to make her house look perfect, nor did she pretend motherhood is always neat. In an era where social media often masks reality, her honesty struck a chord. 2. Her kids are hilarious, they need their own show. Jameson's improvised commentary, Natalia's dramatic reenactment of finding leftover cookies, and their playful sibling banter sparked calls for Michelle to create a family-themed vlog podcast, or even a reality series. 3. Phyllis could never be this relaxed. This was the breakout topic. Fans couldn't stop comparing Michelle's authenticity to Phyllis's intensity. Some joked that Phyllis would turn Black Friday into a power move, while others said they wished the show would give Phyllis lighthearted family scenes like this. 4. This is the content I needed during the holidays. The timing was perfect. Black Friday is usually stressful and Michelle's cozy. Comedic, behind-the-scenes clips provided a wholesome escape. Asterisk. 5. We need Michelle to direct a Christmas special. Her humor, editing, and comedic timing had fans convinced she could run Y&R's holiday montage single-handedly. The viral momentum turned Michelle's post into an unexpected holiday hallmark within the Y&R fandom. But as the buzz grew louder, so did the speculation surrounding what this behind-the-scenes content might mean for Michelle's public image and for Phyllis' storyline. On The Young and the Restless, some fans wondered whether Michelle's joyful real-life moments foreshadowed a shift in Phyllis' arc. Could viewers possibly see a redemption? A romance? A softening of Phyllis as Michelle radiates happiness off-screen. Others argued that the contrast only emphasized Michelle's extraordinary range as an actress, the ability to portray chaos and conflict at work while cultivating warmth and humor at home. Either way, fans agreed. Black Friday at Michelle Stafford's house proved she is the relatable queen of daytime, and the conversation only grew from there. When real life meets real life, one of the most fascinating outcomes of Michelle's Black Friday content was how fans merged their admiration for the actress with their curiosity about her character. This wasn't the first time Michelle's real life sparked storyline theories, but the flood of speculation following her holiday post was particularly intense. Fans began asking, could Phyllis get a storyline involving her family again? Might Phyllis get a lighter arc instead of constant conflict? Will Michelle's personal growth reflect in her character's future? For years, Viewers have begged Y&R writers to give Phyllis a break, not from screen time, but from endless drama. It's not that fans dislike dramatic Phyllis. In fact, many would argue that chaos is her brand. But Michelle's Black Friday video reminded fans that the actress herself contains layers of softness, humor, vulnerability that they long to see reflected on screen. Some even suggested potential plot: Phyllis starting a comedic side business and getting in over her head. Phyllis bonding with Summer and Daniel in more meaningful, heartwarming ways. Phyllis taking in a foster child or becoming a mentor. Phyllis rediscovering joy rather than falling into revenge. Others argued that Phyllis doesn't need to soften, she simply needs balance. Michelle's real-life warmth could translate into moments where Phyllis lets her guard down, shares authentic family time, or even shows emotional growth. Still, certain factions of the fandom insisted that Michelle's home life should remain separate from Phyllis' arc. They celebrated the Black Friday content for what it was: a reminder that soap stars are humans with full, rich lives outside the dramatic universe they inhabit on screen. Michelle Stafford herself has said in past interviews that while she brings emotional depth to her performances, she never wants her real life to bleed directly into her character. Work is work, home is home. But that doesn't stop fans from drawing parallels, especially when the behind-the-scenes content feels so personal and revealing. Why? This moment matters. Celebrity social media posts come and go every day, often forgotten within hours. So why did Michelle Stafford's Black Friday behind-the-scenes hit so differently? The answer lies in the perfect combination of timing, tone, relatability, and authenticity. 1. Fans crave real connections. Daytime viewers spend decades watching their favorite stars. The parasocial relationship is powerful. Moments like these, candid, funny, unfiltered, strengthen that sense of closeness. 2. Michelle has a natural comedic charm. Her timing, commentary, and reactions in the video felt effortless. Many fans believe she's secretly a comedy star waiting to happen. 3. Her kids bring joy to the content. Their natural personalities, genuine warmth, and silly antics created a wholesome family environment that fans loved watching. 4. It contrasts her on-screen persona perfectly. Phyllis is dramatic, unpredictable, and intense. Michelle, on Black Friday, a mom laughing while her kids argue about pie. The contrast reinforces her talent and enriches fans' appreciation of both her and her character. 5. The holidays amplify emotion. People want connection, warmth, and comfort. Michelle delivered exactly that, right when fans needed it most. A final note on Michelle Stafford's lasting impact. In the end, Michelle Stafford's Black Friday behind the scenes wasn't about shopping, sales, or even holiday chaos. It was about connection between an actress and her fans, a mother and her children, a celebrity and her community. For longtime Y&R viewers, it served as a reminder of why Michelle Stafford has remained a daytime powerhouse for decades. She brings fire to Phyllis, joy to her online presence, and heart to everything she does. Her Black Friday content wasn't planned PR. It wasn't a branding exercise. It wasn't a teaser for a major announcement. It was simply Michelle being Michelle. And sometimes that's all fans need.